Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Green Bay Packers.
Ready? 70, Indy.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The throw right sideline here is complete. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. On first down, McConnell. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 6. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st and 10, McConnell. Green brings it in. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Check General West.
On second down now, it's Goodwin. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. To throw on third down, McConnell. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 24. Looking to throw. McConnell. He's got Green. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's going to be hemmed in. And brought down right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Being chased out left. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
53 is the mark. Yeah, let's get set. Shoot! Watch the shoot!
On 3rd and 2, McConnell. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
Ready?
Throwing on first down. McConnell dancing to his left. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On first down, McConnell looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Off the bootleg. McConnell. Flush to his right, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. McConnell. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Five plays there on that drive, and it ends with a Bengals score. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by it.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Clements. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call it?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
90, Wolf.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead.
In as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, McConnell. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati 1st down. Throwing on 1st down. McConnell escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. McConnell. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And Bengals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, McConnell. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Packers now to take over. They've got the lead right now, and last week they were able to defeat the Atlanta Falcons here as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. On first down, Clements breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Right back to him on first down. And some room to work. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. From the gun on third down, Nicholson firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence.
Mike, 53.
Hey, Haywood.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day.
Go.
To throw again, McConnell. Green's got it over the middle. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This quarterback now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McConnell. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
First down, Cincinnati.
On first down, McConnell. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 11. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
We call that sack block.
So we've reached halftime here on the Thanks. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
And a Bengal first down.
Ready. 60 outlaw. 6-6. Pull it high.
They'll run on first down. Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
It's going to be a long day.
Hey, Zoo.
53 for Mike. 53.
From the gun, McConnell. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On 1st and 10, McConnell buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw. McConnell eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Looking to throw. McConnell. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll keep it on the ground. Clements, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Able to find Isabella. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Job done for a first down.
On first down, Clements. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
60 Pittsburgh.
They'll keep it on the ground. Clements. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And a nickel look. Here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Nicholson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here. That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got a man, complete. 33 yards that time.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. McConnell got his man complete over the middle. That's Green. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to throw. McConnell. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Steps away to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use momentum to launch another one.
Back to throw. McConnell, the quick slant caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination. But that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Nicholson. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to...
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. On the return is Cohen. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Well,
Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. Had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Consecutive. Plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's the 2nd and 7. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Hey, Wahoo!
On 3rd down, McConnell forced out to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And he's on the heels of winning the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award. He had a pair of sacks in last week's game, Charles.
So much for adjusting, so much for game planning, right? You know that he had the 2 sacks last week.
Oh, they come after him, and it's blocked. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Reed.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Yep.
Here we go again.
Bravo.
53 for Mike. 53. Check 53.
Ready?
Throwing on first down. McConnell, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to the air on second down. McConnell. Going left side, it's complete. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 78 yards as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll run on first down. Clements. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
General West.
Now a give, right side. Daniel. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he cuts it out to the sideline. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His sixth touchdown of the season. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show, because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. On first down, McConnell. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Get it.
Second and 5. On the move to his left. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Back to throw. McConnell being chased out left. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. On 1st and 10, McConnell flushed out right. He'll run it. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements before. Quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time. I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this quarter. Now the try here for the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll look to throw. And Green with a catch left side. A big play there there for Cincinnati. 46 yards. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first down now, but the clock continues to move. He's back to throw. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
They'll try to run this one in. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Likely the play of the game here. Trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. On 4th down, McConnell. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up Getting the whole turkey.
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the
too.
whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his second touchdown there. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Looking to throw. Nicholson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will. Will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going down. Field and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone.